Good afternoon. I did this one last week. Let's show it to you close up. This was the photograph I took of the demonstration, and I did several like this. I quite like doing them. There's plenty going on. So what I thought I'd try and do is a line and wash. I use a brush rather than a stick. So I'll just show some rocks coming up here. But a lot of paint in this, but we've got all these different planes and angles and lovely rocks. So really, but when you put the paint on, this dies back. It doesn't look anywhere near as insistent as it does when you haven't got the paint on. So we can put some texture in. Get some deep. Oh, that's very heavy. Put some shadow in there. So I've overdone that bit. But that'll die back. Well, I hope it does. We won't be so insistent with the rocks here. We've got a little bit of a right there. Then we're coming up to this lovely slope there, and we're going to put in some foliage. Plenty of shadow in there. Okay, so that'll be that. We can put extra rocks in there coming down, and we've got some distance across here, and we'll have the horizon here, some lights and darks in there. Oh, we've got another slope coming up here. Another one coming down here. Okay, and we've got some trees coming up here, and then some balance over here. I've got a lower horizon than I had the model for this, but so I'm going to put a bit of ink in there. You have to watch that you don't get too much ink on your brush. So this would be dark here, coming into the shadow there. Okay. And we've got loads of rocks. I'll do a lot of scraping on these. So this is a bit of a slightly shadowy, or that one at the back anyway. Catching the cloud shadow. And we can put a bit of this. No, I haven't done one of these for a while, have I? Line and wash. rocks. Oh, we'll have some more little rocks in here. Right, clean my brush, knock my water up. I'm going to blot that off because some of that is still wet and I don't want it to move when I put the paint on. So I'll just give it a blot and I'll give it a dry. This is acrylic, black waterproofing, or it might not be. Black drawing ink, the old Indian ink. Shake gently, fade resistant. Right, I'm going to give that a dry, so close your ears. Right, that should be okay. So there we are, lemon yellow, raw sienna, alizarin crimson light red, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's grey and burnt sienna, my 8th colour. And I'm working on Fabriano, £130 weight from Arts Discount, that's Grantham's. And that's all you need to know, and using a 2-inch hake of course, the usual brush. So we'll wet it all over. I hope you are enjoying the knife paintings I've had a go at Donegal. I called one Galway, but it wasn't. It was. I think there were several Sky Roads. I haven't been there. A subscriber sent me kindly the photographs of his holiday. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Let's get in with the Sky painting. I need plenty of water. I have plenty of cloth handy. So I'll just fold that up in my little box here. And I want a bit of red, I think. And a bit of sienna. Just to warm up the clouds. Okay. Now we're going with some bit of ultramarine. And then mix a bit of light red in with that. Just faints now. Well, we'll see what happens to that. Yeah, that's okay. See, when you mix red, light red with ultramarine, you get the separation of the pigments, which can be very nice. Gives you like a dry brush effect for doing nothing in particular. Right, we'll put in some nice colour over here. We'll get some greens, some bluey greens, bit of sienna in there as well. Change the colour. It's coming down into this area here, bit of red, bit of, just to warm up. Right, now while that is so if I can put in some nice burnt umber with the blue and the red, because these would be for my rocks. I'm just adding some yellow ochre in those. Right, now we're going with our card and we make some rocks. Oh, let's have a big one in here. Okay, I can go back over that and reinstate some of the darks or lights if I need to. Let's scrape that there. Okay, there'll be okay. Now I'll go over to this side and do similar, but I want this to be under that cloud, so I'll mix a little bit of Payne's grey with that, I think. A bit of blue, let's just come in lighter as we now the rock colours, blue, brown and red, bit of sienna. Then we'll start to model some rocks on there. Dark on there. And a shadow on there. Okay, let's do the plastic card trick again. Let's oh, I've got to do those, didn't I? Excuse me, I have to answer that one. Hey, Dave. Yeah. If you were going to help me do the gazebo, I'd be very grateful. Yeah, if you like. That's all right with you. Well, I think it's going to be nice tomorrow, but I think Saturday might be a bit iffy, but tomorrow seems to be all right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Dave. See you tomorrow. Bye. Sorry about that, folks. It's my wife's 70th birthday on Saturday. We're having a big party. We need to put a gazebo up in the garden, but the weather's been very, very iffy of late. But Anyway, sorry for the disturbance, but it's going to be a bit dry now. Right, well I think I've lost that now. I'll persevere with it, but that was a call I had to take. It's my brother-in-law. Right, let's put in some bit of background for those mountains in the back. It's all very simple to do, but you really need to remember that blue recedes. It makes things go back in the landscape. We'll make a better shape of that. Okay, let's just lift out some of that. And I'll go with a warmer green now. Still the blue, but with a bit of burnt umber maybe. Have your brush always handy, ready to take off any excess. Not quite. Alright, then we'll put in some sienna. That'll do for a bit of background. With no detail in there other than a few darkish trees on the line there. Really thick paint because that's wet. And if you put wet paint that's not very strong on wet paint, it just bleeds to nothing. So here we are, we've got right, let's put in some dark green from burnt umber, lemon yellow to go here. Bit of warm in there as well. And now a bit of shadow. That there. And then we'll put in some shadow on that hill coming down there. Just thickening up some of the colours in here. Right, that'd be good when I go back and put some twigs and branches in there. That would be quite good. Now let's just put in some detail on these hills. Just follow the contours. Could be dark green really. Just a bit of texture. Now we'll come over here to the same sort of thing, but these are lower down and less insistent. Now we've got the bluey green in here. Just a bit of detail there. And I can just edge out some of them. I think what I can do is just to re-wet those rocks here. And hopefully I can just scrape out more of that. Especially these ones here. Alright, I'll put in some darker shadow colours now on the rocks over here. This might have gone just a little bit too dark now. It's all soaked in when I didn't really want it to. Just a bit of warm. Okay. Now I'm going to do some calligraphy into this now. With the sun shining on that. Sorry if I'm masking you, but I just need to put some of that. Just use my proper rig. That's the thin rig up, it's not the number 4 that I normally use. Just remember that these riggers can hold a lot of water, and you can use a lot of it rather than just the point. I'll do these over here. Not quite so. Just get those coming up here. We can just make 1 or 2 of them just a bit stronger. Okay. Right, now we've got to do the water. Now, I'm still going to try to take some of this out of there. So I'll try and blot it out. It's only showing some catching the light, but I think we've left it too long really. Right, let's I'll just dry that off, so take off your headphones. Well, we've got plenty of blue in the sky, so we need plenty of blue in the water, but well, I had to just clean up some of this palette grey. All these colours are very useful, all these, use them all. But we've got a bit of blue, we've got red. Then we'll have some greens reflected in make it a bit darker rather than in the still areas. Right, just try that off, headphones off. We've got some nice greens in there. Right, we just want to put some darks in here. Showing the reflection in the water of these rocks. Right, that's as realistic as I can get it. I quite like that. I like the colours in it. I'm going to put a couple of figures in, I think. Just nondescript. Just standing there. We'll have another one, quite like that. They add a little bit of character to it, don't they? I'll sign that. Then we'll put it in a mount. Now, there's got to be a bird up there, isn't there? Don't know how that got there, but it did. Right, so I'll put a bit of tape on there. What should we call this one? It's so similar to others, isn't it? There we are, it's a sort of line and wash. But as I said, the ink work will largely disappear when you put the colour on. But you don't really want to be scared of rich colour. Especially in areas like that and here. Here we can go to town with the warms, with the siennas and the bit of red, and just to warm it up, and then you're going into the blues of the distance. I'm not displeased with that, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Let's zoom you in. There's my mountain, 2 mountains. Just a one, slightly warmer one, and go up the slope, go up the hill. Cross over to the other side of the hill. And jerking. Putting this bit of WD-40. They're my rocks. But unfortunately, I got the phone call at the wrong time there. A couple of figures, and that's about it really. Let's zoom out. All right, I'm going to finish my tea now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Goodbye.